Hey, Guy Lawrence here, and if you're watching this video right now, there's a good chance you probably have been to one of my LetItIn workshops. You might listen to my podcast, the Guy Lawrence Podcast, obviously with the same name, or you might even be familiar with me from my days of 180 Nutrition, which I was doing prior to that for the last 9 years. Now, what the hell is LetItIn? Why have I created this, and how is it going to help you? So there's a couple of things I want to share with you. So picture this, right? I'm in the health industry. I'm with 180 Nutrition. We're on a mission, and I spend many, many years, all the way since 2010, turning over every single stone I could find because I was finding the information I was being taught growing up as a child, applying through my teens, my 20s and my 30s around health and wellness, was conflicting some of the things that I was actually discovering to be the truth. And I became very confused. So we went on a mission during the days of 180 Nutrition to try and resolve these issues and share it with the world. And what I was finding, that as I was reaching out to more and more experts and I was bringing people on via our 180 Nutrition podcast, that went on to achieve over 3 million downloads by the time I stepped down from it last year, or at the beginning of this year, I should say. And we interviewed some amazing people. But more importantly, I actually went on a search. I started going off and applying a lot of this wisdom and these things that I've found over the years on my own life to see what actually works and what didn't for me. And I encourage everyone else to do the same, as it's a personal discovery as opposed to being told what to do, right? Makes sense. So, but the most interesting thing is that we are in a world of information. We can access Google anytime. We almost know to a degree what to do. But what I was finding, and still find to this day, is, well, why don't we do it? Why don't we change these things? And when I started interviewing and learning the teachings of people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden's, who's a scientist, Thomas Campbell, who's a NASA physicist, Wim Hof, the Iceman, Lynn McTaggart, investigative journalist of the field, Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., famous son of the Four Agreements, like all these people that I started to look at, that they work and do, realized was that we actually have to start looking at ourselves. And once we start looking at ourselves, we are normally governed by beliefs, and our beliefs shape the way we perceive the world. And it's massive. And what neuroscience is saying is that we can start to look at these things, go within and influence that to empower ourselves moving forward in our own choices. And I've found that the biggest tools of all to be able to do this is actually meditation, but not meditation to quiet the mind, meditation with a purpose, and be able to access the subconscious and start to influence that over the long term. And we can start to change the relationship with ourselves. And the results have been remarkable. It's blown me away over the last 4 or 5 years as I've been practicing this work. And I got to a point where I couldn't sit in silence anymore, and I had to share this message with the world, hence why I've created this. Now, you're seeing this page. You are not the first people to come and do this. I've actually run 13 workshops this year. I think I've run 3 4-week online programs with a start date and an end date. And it's been quite a journey, and I've seen a community of people actually creating substantial change over the last 9 months as I've been applying it. But what I was finding was happening is that it was starting to get all too much. So I've been looking, I've seeked mentors myself, and I'm rolling it all into this membership community of what you see today. And the question that you get is, well, how does it still apply to me? And the key is to look at all the areas of your life. Look at your own health, like be honest with yourself. Look at the relationships that you have and you're in and that are around you. Look at your career, the work. Are you passionate about it? Is that what you want to be doing? Look at your finances. All these are things are governed by actual beliefs, and they're subconscious. And right now, your life is a direct representation of your beliefs. And sometimes that's really hard to swallow. And it's hard to swallow for me too at times. But as I started to look at that and went on this journey, I was able to start slowly changing things to now live what I feel is a true life of abundance, of gratitude. And every day, look at me, I'm sitting in the sunshine right now, I've got a beautiful river behind me, and I'm able to do these things and share it with the world. But it's taken me a long time to achieve this and reach this. And what I want to do is create a safe place for everyone that can come, that can have direct access to me, direct access to a community that feel the same way about life, but more importantly, have a system that you can start to apply in your own time, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, and slowly change the trajectory of where you want to go. And I believe neuroscience is the language and meditation is the key. but it's being able to demystify those things, and from that being able to apply it in a practical day-to-day basis, because ultimately we need to change the next 24 hours in our day. It's fine that we can say, oh, I'm going to do this next week or the week after or next month, and procrastinate and buy into our own stories. But the reality is, it's now, it's the moment by moment by moment that we need to start looking at and to say to ourselves, what can I do today to start to change that? And I believe the biggest missing component is a mentor, is guidance and community, because I genuinely believe we all know there are things in our life that we can do, that we can start applying today to change, but we don't. So as you start to understand how the body works, how that responds, and how that does start to influence our thoughts and our perceptions and the way we think about ourselves and the world, we can start changing our story. We can start freeing ourselves from being chained from the past to actually creating a future that we can be genuinely excited for. So I'm getting very excited. This is unrehearsed. I'm just spitballing here, but that's my vision and story. And as we've come together, we now come together as a group, and this page explains most of this for you, okay? So if you are watching this video right now, I'm guessing you're curious and you're sitting on the edge. If you're curious, don't let the analytical mind come in the way. You can join and you can leave. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there's a couple of things I do want to mention though. This is not a pill. This is not a quick fix. This will require you to do the work. You're only going to learn by actually doing. You can't just read, tick the boxes and move on and get it done. You have to physically embody this work, and that's what I'm there to show you and teach you. Right now, again, if this video is available, that means the doors are open. That means it's at this price. But as a wise man said to me, slow and steady wins the race. I have a beautiful little community here, and I'm slowly nurturing it and growing it, and I will be closing these doors at a certain point because I want to assure everyone that joins right now gets the warm welcome that they require, and that we can serve them best. And then as they come in, I'll probably reopen the doors in the future and let more people come in and so forth. But we're having an amazing time. I'm really proud of everything that's been done, and this video has hopefully captured a little bit what LetItIn is about. Worst case scenario, you can sign up for a month. The price is very affordable, and if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe, no questions asked. I don't really care. What I care about is that people care about themselves and want to be in a supportive place, that do the work and want to better their lives so they can be the best version of themselves over the long term. Remember, it's a process, it's not a fix, and it's amazing. Anyway, that's me. This is Guy. This is LetItIn. That's my journey. That's my story. And hope to see you on the inside via the Facebook community and also via Coach's Corner, where we can start to get to know each other and create a relationship moving forward. Anyway, thanks for checking this out and hope to see you on the inside soon.